Hello, everyone. Merry Christmas. Hope you all had a good last couple days. Today is Fancy Friday, as you can tell. I've wanted to do this for a little while now. Actually, I'm realizing the suit isn't showing up the best on the camera. I should brighten things up a little bit. But how's everyone doing? Hey, Medivat. Hey, Spinny. Yes, I got some drinks. Gonna have a night out in the town with you all. And yeah, I figured I'd play some viewer decks. You know, it's something I do every couple weeks. Haven't done it in a couple weeks, I think. So I have a couple decks built up, and I think there's some on the Discord. And then I did play a couple here and there. So this weekend I'll have to update the leaderboard, and I can post that. But let me take a look here. I have a Death Knight deck from Reska and Chaos that I never got around to playing last time. That's these two decks. I gotta organize this. Let me see. I think everything before this I played. Oh shit, was that one of them? Oh no, it's these two. Okay. Chaos, how's it going? Oh, this is fancy, yes. This is like at least double the amount of fancy I expected. Yeah, I wish it doesn't show up well on camera. I should have made it a little brighter. Unfortunately, I have a gray suit, but it doesn't fit me. That was like a before COVID suit, and ever since the COVID weight, it doesn't fit so well anymore. Actually, it probably would have fit fine just to sit here, but just like wearing it out, it's not super comfortable because the gray would have showed up better. But how's everyone's holidays been so far? Let's see, let's clean up a little more. I should have done this ahead of time. It's crazy. I've talked about this before, but at one point, we only had 9 deck slots, I believe. Then it was up to, 18, then 27? Can you imagine only having 9 deck slots? Mine are always full. I don't even know what's going on here. You look like a very fancy granny. I will take that as a compliment. Oh, am I even showing Hearthstone? I was cleaning up my decks. Holly's been pretty dope. It's Mr. Streamer, what are you doing? We're doing viewer submitted decks. So I have a few in the backlog. I have a deck from Chaos and Reska here. I think there's some on the Discord I'll have to grab. But yeah, just me chilling, having some drinks, playing some viewer decks, enjoying the holidays. I need 36 deck slots. I need them yesterday. If I could pay $10 to, I'm not going to spend money on signature cards, but if I could spend some money to have more deck slots, I totally would. I'm actually surprised they've never monetized that, to be honest, because that is something I could see them doing 100%. Yeah, I believe I played all of these. It's just these 2 Death Knight decks here. And then Jobra sent a deck. Did I copy that in here? No. Bro's looking very snazzy. Yes, apparently a very fancy grandma. That is the vibe I'm giving off. Smitty, I'm working on the 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 30th, 30th. Oh, geez. Yeah, my girlfriend actually worked Christmas Eve. She had off. Christmas Day she worked. Then she worked today as well. But it is what it is. I've worked Christmas Eve. I've worked the day after Christmas Eve. She also works New Year's Eve afternoons, which that sucks. I've been there as well. I've worked until 9 or 10 o'clock at night on New Year's Eve. It's not that fun, but it is what it is. Menovet's having a Pilsner right now. Perfect. Like I said, we're having a fancy Friday night, all of us together. Just gonna chill, play some fun decks. $5 to $10 to get more slots is a welcome thing, in my opinion. Yeah, honestly, if it was $5 to $10, I wouldn't even fault them for that, I feel like. Those are the kinds of microtransactions I'm okay with as well. Things that are quality of life improvements. I'm okay with that. A big example is I play an MMO called Guild Wars, on and off for over 10 years now. And it's a free-to-play MMO, so there's no monthly subscription or anything like that. But there's all kinds of quality of life things you can spend money on, and I'm fine with that. If you want to make the game free and then you can, put some money here and there into little quality of life things, I'm okay with that personally. Especially in that game, you could earn in-game currency with you can earn the paid currency with in-game currency too. So you could buy a bunch of microtransactions without even spending money. So I think that's a cool balance there. I'm not. Quality life should be free. Yeah, I don't know. It depends on the situation to me. I think if you're buying a game, if you're paying for a game, absolutely not. You shouldn't have to pay for stuff like that. But if it's a free-to-play game, I don't know, I'm not so against it. If it's priced fairly. Or if they were to do it, if they maybe had it where you could buy it with gems or gold. Like if they absolutely wanted to charge us for deck slots, give us the option to buy it with gold at least. I think that's a fair compromise. Like Chaos would prefer having more deck slots. I agree. I would very much prefer it to just be free as well. But if the ship is going down and they need to make some money, hey, I'll pay $5-10 for some more deck slots. If you're listening, Blizzard, that's a $1 million idea right there. $5 to $10 for how many slots? Well, they've always added slots in increments of 9, right? So I'm assuming 9 or 18 something. Let me see. What am I missing here? I don't have the dust for this. So this one's going to go in the back burner for a little bit. Actually, how much dust do I have? Not enough. Let's see. I gotta keep the 2 Unholy Death Knight decks. Is Rafam good? The answer was not really. All right, so we're caught up there. So Reska Chaos, we got Death Knight deck. Let me look here. I think I did all these Warrior... Menevat Shaman deck. I don't think I did this. Let me take a look at the deck tracker. Wait, did I do this deck? I did. Let it populate. I did play a Shaman deck from Menevat. Is this the same deck? This is the same deck. Okay. Oh, I'm way back actually in the Discord. All right, Dragon Warrior. I believe I paid that. Those are the 2 Death Knight. Okay, everything after this should be new then. Zenny sent an XL Cube Warlock. All right. I can't get over how, like, stuttery this is. Hear me out, infinite deck slots. Come on, man, this is Blizzard we're talking about here. What's the reason behind limiting the number of deck slots? From my understanding, like, I could be wrong here, but I believe it was just, like, some kind of memory or server issue, I think. Because I know, like, another game I've played off and on for a long time is Destiny. And that game's kind of like an MMO in that you have, like, a bank, right? That you can store items in. And for a long time, the bank was, like, whatever, 250 slots or something, right? And then over time, they've slowly, like, increased it. And I remember one of the reasons they said early on is that it was on, like, last-gen consoles, and, like, they just didn't have, like, the memory to support it or something. So... I don't know. That's always the reasoning I've heard. Whenever games have like a limited amount of like bank space or slots, that sometimes they blame it on like memory issues or I don't know. Who knows how much truth there is to that, you know? All right, this is Zenny. Like, I'm assuming I have everything for it. Yep. This was the deck I had already. Menevat's got a Wild Warlock deck. I always tell you guys, if you ever have like deck ideas, go ahead and post them in the Discord because I'll get around to them eventually, right? Whenever I do these streams, I'll play a bunch of them. Whenever I don't play, it just kind of goes in the backlog and I'll get to it eventually. All right, this was Menevat, I said, yeah. Svinny has a deck over here. Reska sent a Protoss Mage Rogue. Was that for the dual class brawl? I guess we'll see. Oh no, Svinny's link's not working. I don't know if you want to check that or not. Svinny, I think I saw you message earlier. You sent a deck on December 4th. And the deck code is not working for me. Actually, this one's not working either. What's going on here? Oh, it was the dual class deck. Oh, okay, I'm guessing Reska's is also the dual class deck then. All right. All right, Reska. All right, yeah, I'm assuming that's why neither of them were pasting. Ooh, Triple Blood. All right, very thematic to the last stream. It's too bad they don't do dual class as like a rotating twist format or something. I have everything for this. Oh, Leo sent a... Wait, I played this one. I played this Dark Gift. Oh, this is during... All right, this is during the Triple Bloodstream. Oh, I have these in the deck tracker, though. All right, so I don't think I notated the win rate on those decks. Oh, no, I did. Ayada went 4-0. Leo went 1-1. Okay. And if not, I have them in the deck tracker, too, so I can double check. Let's see. Reska has a deck here. Leo sent a Hunter deck. This was Reska. I sent a Triple Blood deck you didn't get to yet. I'm guessing it's this OG Experience one? Oh. What am I missing here? I have no Fizzle? Did Fizzle get nerfed? I thought or was Fizzle core at some point or something? Alright, this is a deck from Chaos. It reminded me of the best format in the game that got removed. You talking duels? This is Chaos. What we got here? Leo sent a Hunter deck. Reska sent a Highlander Kurtrus. Ooh, I remember having a lot of fun with Kurtrus back in the day. You can replace Fizzle. Fizzle was nerfed to only work once per game. Okay, I must have disenchanted it when it got nerfed then, because I definitely had it. Because I remember using that card a lot back in the day. All right, Leo also sent a Neutralizer DK deck, whatever that means. I got a couple more, then we're caught up. This was also Leo. Actually, I have a question that just popped in my head, because I have a lot of European viewers, and we talk about, you know, differences between our countries sometimes. So over here in North America, like both Canada and the US, Boxing Day is a very big day for like sales. It's like Black Friday. Black Friday is bigger in the US, but then Boxing Day or the day after Christmas is a similar day in Canada. So is that a thing for you guys? Is like Boxing Day or the day after Christmas, is that anything special for you guys? Like I said, it's a really big like sale day. It's basically Canadian Black Friday. So I wanted to buy a new vacuum. That's my very boring adult answer. Ignore my geriatric rambling. I've never heard about it, so I don't think so. See, it's funny how like holidays and stuff can all differ, right? Reskus and Cute Shaman. It says a Quest Shaman deck where you want your reward on turn 5 or 6. All right, and then I'm caught up after this. Oh, and I don't have the quest. Oh no. All right. So I think let's go in order. And I'll start with those two Death Knight decks, because those are run over from last time. They were wild decks. And actually, I haven't played Unholy Death Knight in like a long time. I've heard of Boxing Day, but I've never looked into it. Yeah, I believe in the US, like Boxing Day isn't a thing. But where I am in Canada, it's actually like a national, it's not national, but it's a provincial holiday. So, you know, normally Christmas Eve is like a normal day, right? At least here, Christmas Eve is a normal day. Businesses are open. It's people are working. It's normal, right? Christmas Day is a holiday. Everything's closed. Well, most things are closed. And then over here, Boxing Day is also a holiday. Everything's still closed. So Christmas and the day after Christmas are both holidays over here. But the day before Christmas is a totally normal day. Oh, Reska. What is this card? Trying to pull a fast one on me? The 26th of December is a holiday here. Most of the shops are closed. All right, so yeah, same as here then. Because that's not the case in the US. It's just a normal day over there. I remember when I worked with a company that we employed both Canadians and Americans. the Americans would always get pissed off on the 26th because the Canadians would have it off. But we were still open and the Americans had to work still. I see the damn Hellia in the fancy deck tracker. Oh, Reska. Negative 2 points for this deck so far. Too late. Oh, I didn't even notice this is even Demon Hunter. Okay, so it's even triple unholy plague Demon Hunter. Interesting. I don't want this to grow, right? Actually, do I? Yeah, let's get the 2/2 on the board. Manavet's disappointed. Spenny's never heard of Boxing Day. Yeah, like I said, it's not a thing in the US, or to my knowledge, it's not like a widely known holiday. All right, let's get the plague boat going. For anyone wondering, I'm drinking some rum and coke. Drink of choice. Rum and coke's like the one drink I cannot get sick of, man. Also, specifically spiced rum. Like, a few years ago, I got to the point where whenever I order a rum and coke at like a restaurant or anywhere, I always specify spiced rum, because sometimes you'd order and they would give you white rum because it's cheaper, and I think white rum's just disgusting. Ooh, double frost plagues. Disgusting. Speaking of disgusting. This guy has no quest. I miss School Teacher. That was a fun card. 2 for 1. Sorry in advance, mine also has plagues. 2 damages, deal 3 is good, and Hellia chips in. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna play plagues. I'm not against it or anything. I like memeing on it. Is this only if it kills it, right? Oh yeah, if it kills it, that's a little annoying. This is a little awkward. Well, here, let me see what I get with this. Worst case, I play this on the 4/2. Okay, that's okay. I'll still do this. We're hanging in there. He's out of gas. So let's see what he top decks. We could do a couple trades next turn with Astalor, crop rotation. Actually, ooh, crop rotation into Grave Strength. There's a board clear, right? So unless he like top decks some gas, he's out. Again, I'm so surprised there's no quest in this deck. And speaking of other like countries and traditions and stuff, right? Do any of you guys have any like interesting Christmas traditions in your country? You know, anything you guys do different or weird? Oh, I screwed up. I forgot the hero powers 1. Okay, the 1 is going here. It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, I don't think would it have changed things? Would I've full cleared if I hero powered there? Quest and triple unholy DK. No, I meant my opponent. I'm so surprised my opponent isn't running some Murloc quest. Let's get some taunts up. Play this to get some armor. Get some draw. Now we're cooking. The main difference here is that New Year's is the main holiday. Most people don't celebrate Christmas at all. Interesting. Yeah, I was talking to my girlfriend yesterday. We were wondering, you know, if like pizza places or what businesses were still open yesterday, because obviously everyone doesn't celebrate Christmas. You know, tons of cultures and religions don't celebrate Christmas. I know people who don't celebrate Christmas. And those people, right, might want to order pizza or something on Christmas. So I was really curious, like what, you know, restaurants or fast food places or stuff are still open. Like obviously in Canada, by far the majority of people do celebrate Christmas, but you know, not everyone. But then I'm sure some of the countries you guys live in, right, it might be the majority don't celebrate Christmas. Like, it sounds like Spinny, but maybe most people don't celebrate Christmas there. Outside of dancing around the tree and singing songs of old on the 24th, that is the more or less of it. Then we got some Christmas lunch and dinners leading up to New Year. Okay, so probably pretty traditional, you know, similar there. Let's get the armor just to be safe. All right, is this like a bot or anything, I wonder? The New Year, we usually celebrate it somewhere, sometimes at friends, sometimes at my uncle's place. Yeah, we're gonna have a very low-key New Year's this year. My girlfriend works until 10 or 11. So she's gonna come home, and then we're probably gonna have like a couple drinks and snacks and, you know, have New Year's. Which, that actually reminds me, I will be streaming New Year's Eve. So I know with the time difference that during my stream, it's going to hit New Year's in some of the places you guys live. So if anyone has no plans, they're just going to be sitting around at home. Hey, we can ring the New Year together. Is there a lethal here? Is this lethal? Yes, it is. God bless the little deck, or the little damage counter there. Christmas is pretty standard here when it comes to Easter, though. All right, what's going on with Easter over there? I'm disappointed the suit just kind of blends into the couch, or the chair in the background. All right, that's 1-0 for Reska. Let me see. Can I edit the camera a little bit? Oh, see, it's so dark. Like, I don't want to make it too bright. It'll just wash everything out. All right, I learned my lesson. Next time is gray suit. I'll squeeze into it for you guys. We chill and play board games over TTS on New Year's. That's cool. Maybe that's what I'll do on New Year's during my stream. Okay. Which actually, that reminds me, next Tuesday, I'll be doing the tier list for all the board games I played this year. So that'll be Tuesday. What day is New Year's? Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. So Tuesday will be the board game tier list and some Hearthstone. Wednesday will be New Year's Eve stream. Maybe do some tabletop sim. Maybe do some Hearthstone. I don't know. We'll see. I think last game I didn't Hero Power turn 1. I didn't realize it was an even deck. Also, Svinny, there's another big overall difference. There's curfew in Ukraine starting at 12 p.m. and stores work at the very least until 10 p.m. It also works on holidays. Grocery stores are always open for a very long time. That curfew, is it like across the entire country? Like, I'm assuming so, right? Or is it just more along like the eastern side? We're not counting that win. Sorry, Reska. That doesn't count. Chaos will be down to play some TTS. Yes, I will be buying it. I posted it on Discord that it's been on my wish list since like 2015, I think. Like literally over a decade has been on my wish list. And it's on sale right now for the Steam, you know, Christmas sale. So I'll be picking it up. And yeah, maybe that's what we'll do on Christmas Eve then. Rip Reska, yes. Metamet says we weave Easter whips out of willow sticks and go from house to house whipping women while reciting a poem in exchange for eggs, sweets, and alcohol. Interesting. That is that is definitely the most different from our holiday traditions so far. Do you guys target like older women, younger women, or is like no one safe? Is there no, no bias? No one's safe. It's like, what's that movie when there's like 24 hours and there's like no laws and everyone just goes crazy? It's The Purge. It sounds like something out of The Purge. Spending it's across the whole country, but in some cities it starts earlier. Closer to the east, it starts at 9 p.m. Oh, okay, I figured it was something like that. I don't know how much like honor the Russian side has, but is there any kind of like ceasefire or pause or anything for like the holidays? Like, because I know I remember reading before. I know it's not the same, but I remember reading before during like World War II or something, how like literally during like some holidays they just like stopped fighting. But I don't know if you know, people still think like that. Metavet says all of them. All right, all of the women are you know, targets. And what country is that again, Metavet? They fire us during the new year itself, like around 0 to 1 a.m. Oh, okay. Czechia, is that just is like the Czech Republic? Oh, the Czech. Okay, it's like the same thing. Okay, I never heard that that term before. Is there? All right, so there's Metavat right there. We found we found your picture. That's funny. I'll use the coin here for a little trade. Nothing can beat the tried and true holiday tradition of wallowing in depression alone and drowning my emotions in mindless digital violence and hardcore tactics. Hey, I've been there, my friend. You know, nothing wrong with that. And that's why I figured, right? If anyone is alone or has no plans, you know, New Year's Eve, hey, I'll be here. We can be boring and alone together. Metavet face reveal? Yes, that was the surprise Metavet face reveal. Metavet needs this to be their display picture on Discord now. All right. What's this guy even doing? I'm on autopilot here. Oh, he's playing this quest. Do I save Okani for when he's like the quest completed? Is he that dumb? We'll see. This is almost infused. I missed this card. This was fun. Actually, the whole like infused keyword, the whole infused keyword and mechanic, that was fun. I enjoyed that one a lot. Also, I just realized I assumed Menovet is a man. So if not, this is Menovet or this is Menovet. Take your pick. Alone together, I don't think that's how it works. Hey, that's how we're going to make it work that day. Also, I'm going through this a little fast. Oh, it just goes down so easy. I hope Infuse comes back. I think DK would fit in so well. Was Death Knight not around when it came out? Or did you just mean like if it came back, like it would be even better? Like, you know, now that Death Knight's more like established. It does. Actually, you guys are right. It does kind of feel like it could just be like a Death Knight keyword. You're really right. I am indeed the violent perpetrator of the patriarchy. Rope you back. Hey, how's it going? Apollo's back. Gone so long. Was wondering. Yes, I started streaming again like a month ago, something like that. I've wanted to come back for a while. It's just, you know, life's been busy, and I needed to push myself to finally come back and start streaming again. But here we are. You know, most weeks I'm streaming multiple days a week. With the holidays, it's been a little messy, you know, recently, and I was sick, actually really sick earlier in the month. But for the most part, I'm streaming 2-3 days a week. Oh, Death Knight was not out when Nathria came out? That's crazy. I feel like the timeline is like so mixed up in my head because that just sounds wrong. That's crazy. Oh, okay, so Death Knight came out when it was still like standard legal, but it wasn't out when it released. Okay, so there was overlap there. All right, can I just not die, please? Rope you back. Glad you're back. You're the only Hearthstone creator I'm sub to. Wow. It's an honor. Thank you. Speaking of YouTube, I do plan on starting to do videos again. That's actually one of my goals for like the new year. You know, I have a bunch of video ideas in my head. I just need to actually sit down and like start working on them. So we'll see. Going into like January, the new year, that's one of my goals there. Oh, I missed these cards. My bloodlust can only be satiated by yearly Easter outbursts of physical torture. Oh, that's a cool little like combo there. Oh, they have rush. For a second, I forgotten Marrow Gnaw, like they had rush. See, how do these guys have rush and like the C&E bot? Oh shit. How did not one... Oh, okay, it's fine. How did not one buff hit this guy? Alright, can I not die here? Marrow the GOAT, yes. If he has no board clear... If he has no board clear, if he has no damage, if he has no card draw, we win. Okay. 44 damage on board. Is he BMing? Is that... That's like a battle cry, right? Is that 1 mana, 2 damage? He's just BMing, right? Ah, you bitch. Bro is back to saying Marrow Gnaw. What is it again? Marrowgar. Is that right? You know, like you have like the swear jar. I need to keep track of how many times I mispronounce cards. All right, sorry, Reska. That's 1-1. Yes, Marrowgar. All right, Chaos's deck now. What was the other card I kept screwing up that you guys were correcting me on? Oh, there was a big one. You guys blew my mind. I looked up some YouTube videos on how to say it. Oh, yeah. What was the card? What was the card that I looked up? The Magatha. Yes. It was it Magatha? Is it Magatha? I remember. Yeah, that was the one. I looked up the YouTube video and it blew. Yeah, kill Jaden. Yes, I got it, guys. Kill Jaden was another one. Yes, kill Jaden. Magatha, or however you say it. Magatha. Okay, that's right. What's this one? Marrowgar? All right, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there, guys. I've only been playing the game like 12 years. We're still learning. I haven't got a bowl with ice and stuff. I came prepared for this. I did not think about... I have the bottle of rum sitting in a bottle, or like a bowl of ice. I didn't think about the bottle getting all wet on the bottom, though, so I gotta be careful. Also got cherry Coke for some extra pizzazz with my drinks. So very fancy and prepared, yes. Although I need more Coke if I keep going through it this fast. All right. Zephyr's on turn 2. All right, let's get the plagues going. We'll make you guys proud. Recently, Cherry Coke appeared in Ukraine. I love it. So my favorite is Vanilla Coke, but for whatever reason, we just can't get it in Canada. So I actually, I go to the US like a few times a year because I live pretty close to it. And every time I do, I pick up a case of Vanilla Coke because I love it. It's like by far my favorite kind of Coke. Actually, there is some local places that stock like foreign you know, like foreign drinks and foreign items and stuff. Like there's this market near me that has a bunch of like European like sweets and drinks and stuff like that, and you can get vanilla Coke there too. But yeah, it's for some reason you just can't get it normally in Canada. But cherry Coke you can. They're both good, but yeah, I like vanilla more. Sure, more plagues. I wish I liked cola-like drinks. My autistic butt doesn't like the sparkle. So you just gotta crack it open and then just like stir it a bunch to get the bubbles out. Is that what you're talking about? Like the carbonation you don't like? I don't like vanilla Coke. I get nausea from a vanilla aroma. Wow. Coke, now I'm a battery acid enjoyer. Hey, there's a smart man. Hey, hell yeah. I'm the hell yeah deck here. How much is this again? 3. Oh, easy game, guys. Oh, so easy. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, cherry Coke is good. Vanilla Coke is better, but it's much harder to find here, unfortunately. But I'm not a huge pop person. Like, I'll be honest. 99% of the time I drink Coke, it's with rum. Like, it's with alcohol. And it's gone to the point where if I ever just drink like a can of Coke by itself, it tastes like weird. It tastes weird drinking Coke without alcohol. Because, yeah, I don't really drink pop outside of that. But it's funny how, like, your brain, like, you learn to, like, associate it that way, right? Man, remember when this card... Is this card good still? I remember when Death Knight came out, this card was so strong. It was played like in every Death Knight deck. Did it get nerfed, this card? Dark Transformation. Did they nerf it to 3 and then revert the nerf? Oh, they didn't. Why am I thinking they nerfed this card? I remember it was played a lot. Yada, maybe I should try that sometime, though. My family probably called blasphemy on me. Yeah, is that what you're talking about? The carbonation? Pop? You mean like soda pop? Oh, I forgot. Pop has... it's funny that it has such a different name, like, all over the world, right? Like, in the US, to my knowledge, it's mostly called soda. And then over here, it's mostly called pop. Soda pop sounds like so southern. What do you guys call it? Like in Europe, what's the most common name for like Coke? Like what what do you guys call that stuff? Pop, soda? Maronon next turn? Oh, it's only 8 corpses though. I even use it in DK because I make a 3-mana Yeti with Rush. Yeah, it does seem like a really good card for sure. I'm the Plague deck. What's going on here? I don't really like... Actually, I can do it on... I can do this just to have like a Yeti on the board, right? All right. 2 of the hits. Hit Astalor. Okay? Okay. Easy game. We call it lemonade, even with the lemons present. Really? I know some people who they like literally will call all different kinds of pop just Coke. Like, yeah, or maybe I've read about it on Reddit. I don't know. Either people I know or read it on Reddit how some people like Sprite. Like Sprite is like a white pop. I spelled that wrong. Sprite is like a white pop, right? And I've heard of some people or cultures like just calling this Coke too. Like just every kind of pop is just called a Coke. This... What runes is this guy even playing? Was he playing Rainbow? Do I just rip Marrow Gnaw here? and just hope he doesn't have an answer. Marrow, then next turn Grave Strength. I could do that, right, guys? No balls. Oh, and they've rushed too. I forgot. All right, this isn't a bad option. All right, no answer, please. We call it either lemonade or mineral water. Interesting. Slay the Sprite. Slay the Spire is a really, really good game. I think I talked about it during a recent stream, but when the second one comes out, I think the second one comes out like in March or April? March. Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't get delayed, because yeah, I'll be playing that a bit for sure. Dementia. Okay, how much damage is this? 3 times 5, 15. Oh, stupid deck tracker, I can't see my damage. Let me move this. Let's move it there. Do I win? I don't think I do. Nope. He's in a taunt next turn, and that's going to be so strong. Do I really just, like, full trade into the Primus? That feels so bad. I'm, like, so out of gas here. Cult Master? Whoa, Cult Master in 2025. This feels so bad, man. Oh, this feels so bad. Alright, just face, I guess. I don't know. Face? So my thing is, if I just went full face, he's just gonna summon the Taunt Reborns with the Primus next turn, and I just lose, right? We should play the Slay the Spire board game on TTS. I'm down. I've actually... The Slay the Spire board game has been, like, on my radar for a long time. You didn't gain +1 corpse first. Oh, did I screw that up? Oh, because I spent all my corpses with Marrowgar. It was fine. It doesn't make a difference. Magic, how's it going? Happy holidays to you too, my friend. If the face plays taunt me, still go face. Yes, that is the dream. All right, Chaos. Unfortunately, that is a 0-1. I kind of just ran out of gas there, too. I wasn't drawing any cards. Oh, yeah, so the Slay the Spire board game. It's funny because when that board game was first announced, I thought... I don't know. I assumed it was going to be shit. Like, I assumed it was just like kind of like a cash grab. I assumed it wasn't going to be done well. And it's actually crazy how, like, well-received it's been. You know, it's literally on, like, BGG. I think it's 100% in the top 100. I think it's like in the top 50, maybe even. Yeah, 27. Holy shit. Already the 27th highest ranked board game on BGG. And, you know, from like a solo perspective, from a group perspective, it just like rave reviews all the time. Oh, that's a nice turn 2 play. That could be a nice turn 3 play too. All right. Didn't draw cards, you say? Almost like Cult Master is in the deck for a reason. Yes, I didn't draw a Cult Master, though, unfortunately. But yeah, I've never played the Slay the Spire board game, but like I said, I'm very much aware of it, and I'm aware of like how good it apparently is. And the idea of playing Slay the Spire with multiple people, it is a cool idea too. But yeah, I just didn't have high hopes when it was first announced. I feel like it's gotten better in the last couple of years, but for the most part, like video game tie-in games usually aren't great. You know, usually video game movies are shit, video game TV shows are shit, video game board games are shit. But the last couple of years, it's been different. You know, with like TV shows, right? Last of Us has been very good. Fallout, it was amazing. there's been a bunch of video game IP board games recently that have also been very good. So I feel like the tide is turning in that regard. For a long time, like I said, if it was ever announced they were doing like a video game adaptation of like anything, like in any medium, I always just assumed it'd be shit. But the last couple of years have kind of proved me wrong. It's swaying the other direction. I never played Slay the Spire, but I enjoy the concept. I like games like that. I think Slay the Spire is the most well done, but there's also like Monster Train, Darkest Dungeon. You know, it's inspired a lot of games since. I think Slay the Spire is the most well done, but those games they're great. It's everything I love about card games, right? With like not so many like the negatives. Like you don't have to collect cards. There's no like monetization or anything like that. And it's single player, which can be chill. You know, you don't have to worry about opponents like roping you or doing some bullshit. But yeah, I'm down. Also, Rami, Merry Christmas. Hope you've been doing well. The only thing that prevented me from trying Slay the Spire is the fact someone told me the progress was too slow and I thought it'd become repetitive. So I could be wrong, but like a full run of Slay the Spire is like an hour and a half, something like that. And I don't think it's repetitive because there's 3 or 4 classes in the game and every class can be played multiple different ways. And like every run's different, right? Depending on like the things you're offered. What is this? I'll just double trade here. We'll leave the Wisp alive. But yeah, I think there's a lot of variety in Slay the Spire. There's a lot of ways for it to stay fresh, not just like the cards, right? But you gain, you know, different like passive bonuses during your run. You gain different items during your run. I think, yeah, I don't think the game's repetitive at all. I think there's a lot of like variety in it. It's not that slow, but it does have some grind. The board game removes all of that though. Oh, interesting. I played Knock on the Coffin Lid. That is one of the Slay the Spire clones, and the progress was too slow for me. I've never heard of that game actually. Roping is why this was like why this account was born. I always think of was it Life Coach or like Rope Coach, the old pro player that would rope. It would be like turn 1. There's like nothing he could do, and he'd rope still. That stuff that would drive me crazy if I was a pro player playing against that. Like, I understand roping and pro play. Like, they're thinking about, like, every possible solution and stuff like that. But roping on turn 1 when there's, like, nothing you can do, it's like, come on. This is a nice... Alright. What's this guy playing? Menagerie Paladin? Metamat says I should make a single-player board game where the game can rope you. You have like a dice to roll, and whatever the number is, that's how many minutes you have to wait to take your turn. Also, Chaos single-player game where speed is key, but you have a sand timer. That would be interesting if there was some kind of like timer element. Metamat loves Slay the Spire. It is such a good game. Slay the Spire has so much variety. Love Monster Train too. I have played Monster Train a little bit. I haven't given it like as much of a shot as Slay the Spire, but it's got some cool ideas. This guy probably just did the biggest double take seeing this card. Like what year is it? Is there not like a better draw engine, or is this just in there for like the memes? Man, this art like brings me back to... This card was unironically played a little bit back in the day. Spinny, I should try it after all your words. I bet you it's probably on sale right now, right? That's at 90%? Oh, $3. Bro, anyone who hasn't tried Slay the Spire, this is like the best $3 you could ever spend in your life. That's crazy. Monster Train's goated. I get sucked into doing run after run if I'm not careful. Yeah, it's like, so Slay the Spire and like those roguelike games, they're very similar to, if anyone's ever played like Civilization. They're those kinds of games where you're like, okay, one more run, and before you know it, it's like 4 in the morning. Slay the Spire is like very much one of those games, or Monster Train, you know, all those kinds of games. What is this? Draw a card, discard it. Okay, you didn't play it. I kind of wish I could play this and this, but actually, do I just do this? Yeah. Okay. All right, come on. Can we snipe him again with the location? Oh, the location did so good last game. All right, faces the place. Remy, I'm still hoping they implement a penalty timer. Rope too many times and lose time on your next turn. End early and you get a bonus. So I don't know if you're aware or not, but Magic the Gathering works that way. Like Magic Arena, where basically if you play fast turns, you build up like a buffer. And, you know, if you start roping, it eats into that buffer. So basically, if you keep roping, you'll actually rope faster. But if you play like normally and fast, you'll actually build up a buffer. And, you know, say you have like a long, complicated turn, right? You can actually rope longer than normal. So that is really cool, the way Magic Arena does it. It's kind of what you described. I don't know if you're aware of it or not. I was hoping it would clear that. Gold Panner would have been a good replacement. That Gold Panner is just classic, right? Come on, snipe him. Oh, man. The location, like, it used up all of its accuracy last game. Also, Chaos is not really a good draw engine for triple unholy. Cult Master slots into even. Oh, I forgot it was even. Actually, you are right there, too. I think that every single game I bought on Steam was on sale except DLC. For me, too. I very, very rarely ever buy full-price games on Steam. Go buy TTS right now. Stop procrastinating. Here, let me open Steam. I don't know if I'm signed in on this account or not. Actually, I think I am, because I think I played a Steam game on stream once. It's too bad you can't like do this than this. I don't lose here, right? I don't think so. Good Divine Shield, that'd be nice. All right, we're hanging on there. Metabat just bought TTS. Nice. All right, everyone, let's go. TTS time. Magic, I think that's like a Fisher clock used in chess. You get a set amount of time, say 10 minutes, and after every turn, you get an additional, say, 30 seconds. It is kind of like that. Because, like I said, if you don't end up like roping or using much time in that regard, you have like a bank that you can eat into. So, you know, like I'm not like... I understand when I stream, sometimes I rope because I'm talking to you guys or doing whatever. But when I'm playing like off stream, like on Magic or whatever, I never rope, right? But then sometimes you have like complicated turns where you do need to rope because there's like, you need to figure out attacks and blocks and blah, blah, blah. So it is nice on Magic that you build up this bank that you can eat into. And then again, if people do rope, every turn they rope faster and faster and they have less time. So it's not like Hearthstone where it's like a set number, right? Also nice. Marrowgar. Marrowgar. Yes, Marrowgar top deck. All right. No answer, right? I guess I could have traded the 5-5ing on face, but it doesn't matter. Also Magic, so if you spend less than 30 seconds per turn, you actually get additional time. Yeah, so similar to Magic Arena there. Cheers, guys. Cheers, Chaos. 1-1. All right, Chaos is... Actually, Chaos and Reska both went 1-1 with their decks. Oh, yeah, let me see. I opened... Where's Steam? Let me see if I can sign in. Oh, it's asking for my password. Give me a second. I use like 12-digit randomized passwords for everything, so I don't know it off the top of my head. I'm going to buy TTS Live for you guys, so I don't miss out on the sale. Absolute cinema, pure triple unholy. Yes, that was like the epitome triple unholy win, right? With Marogar. I almost said Maronov, but I didn't. All right. Let me just sign in here. All right, please tell me I typed that right. If we play and you rope, I'll cut you a break. Thank you. Thank you, rope you back. I appreciate that. Because, yeah, sometimes I do rope and I don't mean to. It's just I get in, like, the heat of the moment talking with you guys. And it's like, oh, shit, I'm playing Hearthstone. I can guide you through all the control keys and everything if you need to. Yeah, I know nothing about TTS. I've seen a couple things played on, like, YouTube and stuff, but I don't know anything about it myself personally. Also, Metavet said, Miss Lethal. Sorry, extended BM. I'm glad you corrected yourself, my friend. All right, I gotta confirm with the authenticator. Where is it? Oh, shit. Okay. I got a new phone last month, and I guess I have the Steam app on this phone, but I had to transfer the authenticator, I guess. Okay, I think it's good. Man, that was a lot of steps. All right, we're in. All right, we're in. So let's go to my wish list. But Boo Boo, how's it going? Got 2 deck codes for your Discord. Yeah, it was for Leo. Yeah. I got your Hunter and your Death Knight deck. Yep, they are in the... Where is it? Hunter deck is right here. Death Knight deck is here. We're missing a couple cards, but we'll figure that out. Just saw the Grinch movie is 25 years old. You're talking the Jim Carrey one? Is it that old? 2000. Holy shit. That's crazy. Like, I don't know how old all you guys are. I think I got multiple people in like the early to mid 20s, if I remember right. But I was born in 1990, so I was 10 when this came out. And I don't know why. I thought I was like a teenager when this came out. That's crazy. Shall we turn this into a TTS tutorial stream? Oh yeah, so let me go. So you can see your tabletop simulator. Oh, it's not as old as I thought. 2018. I've still had it on my wish list for what, almost 8 years. All right, let me do this off screen just in case it shows any card info. Yes, Merry Christmas, Leo. Hope you've had a good holiday so far. My university was called Grinch by its students. What was the what was the name of the university? Grinch movie's older than me. Yeah, that's wild. I didn't realize it was that old. I haven't watched it in a bit. Actually, I haven't watched one Christmas movie this year so far. I think it's this card. $14. $14 well spent. All right, guys. Thank you for your purchase. There. I'm not a liar. It's there. I think I can install it and I won't like screw with the stream or anything. We'll see. Grinch movie's older than me. Kiev Boris Grinchenko University. Wow, interesting. Yes, TTS finally, guys. What else? Here, I'm gonna go through my wish list quick with you guys because there's a couple games on there I've been wanting to play, and maybe I'll buy. So, Escape from Duckov. I don't know if you guys are aware of. I've actually been wanting to play this on stream This is basically Escape from Tarkov, but it's single player. Ooh, wonder what happened. Some kind of update must have pissed people off. But it's basically Escape from Tarkov, but it's single player and it's like a top-down view. Kind of like what was it, like Diablo? You know, like the action RPG like angle. And I've heard really, really good things about it. It's kind of, I guess it's got kind of like a unique art style and stuff. But as you can see, I don't know, there must have been a bad update recently, but the reviews are very, very positive. I've heard a lot of good things about it. Slay the Spire 2, of course. Enshrouded is like a survival game I've heard good things about. Abiotic Factor is also like a survival game I've heard good things about. The way I've heard it described is basically like Half-Life plus like survival crafting game. You're in some like underground lab, and it's like very much like OG Half-Life vibes, I guess. What else? Space Marine 2, that looks cool. Prince of Persia: Lost Crown, I've heard good things about that. Mass Effect. So Mass Effect is my favorite game of all time. Like, it's not even close. If I ever name my like top 3 or top 5 favorite games, Mass Effect's #1. And I want to play through it again. I've played through it multiple times. I don't own the Legendary Edition on Steam. It's only $8, but yeah, I'd like to play through it again at some point. What else we got here? Metro Exodus. I played the first couple of Metro games and liked them a lot. Control, I've heard good things about. Deep Rock Galactic, I've always heard good things about. Dredge, I've heard good things. I had this recently. I loved Prince of Persia back in the day, like the original trilogy. And I was wondering, I want to go back and maybe play it again. I'm curious like how well it's aged. Because I remember back in the day, like the parkour and the movement like felt really solid back in the day, but I wonder if it feels clunky now. 6.4, 50%, 40%. Who makes the ratings? What ratings were those? Oh, IMDb is 6.4. Rotten Tomatoes is 50%. That's actually lower than I would expect. Oh, Chaos. Chaos likes my wish list. Space Marine, Control, Deep Rock Galactic. Yeah, I've heard good things about Control as well. But yeah, I got TTS now, and it's installing. Oh, never mind. It's done already. All right, I'll play a couple more. I'll play a little bit more, and then maybe I'll open TTS. And you guys can like show me like the basics or something. But we'll play some more games here. Zenny Warlock deck. I played Prince of Persia Warrior Within as a child as one of my first video games. Wow, that's a cool, like, so you have some, like, nostalgia there for sure. I do think Warrior Within of the trilogy was my least favorite, but they're all good. I do think Warrior Within improved on the first game in some ways, but I thought it was like a step back in some ways as well. Also, what is this? Albatross Plague Spreader? All right. All right. Prince of Persia was a great game, but it didn't seem to translate well to PC. I got stuck on the elevator level. Oh, is there like some game-breaking bugs there or something? I don't think I like what when did it come out? I know they're remaking it, which that's cool. 2003, wow. All right, so I was 13 when it came out. But yeah, I know they are remaking it. If I remember right, they were remaking it. They released a trailer of the remake, and people just like shit on it. It looked really, really bad to the point where they basically scrapped it and restarted from scratch. And now I believe it's one of like the main Ubisoft studios working on the... See what I was talking about, guys? Yeah, from my understanding, it's one of the main Ubisoft studios now working on the remake, and they basically started it from scratch again. Which, that could be cool, because, yeah, I have like fond memories of that game. I don't know how well it holds up, but it was a fun game back in the day. It was like the perfect example of a game that it wasn't totally on rails. Like there was some side stuff you could like collectibles and some side stuff you can go for, but it felt like a very focused game. Like I think a lot of games nowadays, there's just too much bloat. And that game I thought was a good example of just like, it was very lean. Your wish list is goated, thank you. Remy, it requires you to do a super move that uses up all of the sand, but doesn't quite work right if you don't have the equal amounts of sand and some other collectible. Oh, interesting. I did think the whole rewind mechanic was so cool, and it's something that I haven't really seen done in like any other games. For anyone like unfamiliar, right, with the game I'm talking about, basically in the Prince of Persia, you have this like dagger that can rewind time essentially, right? So you over the course of the game, you have like a resource bar, and you can click a button whenever you want, and it'll reverse time and use up that resource, right? So if you have like a full bar, you can rewind time like 5 seconds or whatever, right? But it's really cool because like if you die in combat or you die during like a parkour section or something, you can hit the button and rewind time and then like try again, right? And it was just a really cool mechanic. It made some things like feel less punishing, but it wasn't like unlimited, right? If you used up, if you did like a big rewind, you'd have to build that resource back up. So you can't just like constantly rewind. It was a cool mechanic, and like I said, I feel like I haven't really seen it in many games. What is this deck, by the way? I'll play both. We'll get that going. Pause reset. How's it going? Hope you had a lovely Christmas. I hope you've had a lovely Christmas as well. Hope you had a good holidays so far. New Year's is coming. Hope you've had some good days recently. Can't believe Hearthstone copied, can't believe Prince of Persia copied Hearthstone. Yeah, with the rewind. That's actually funny. Wild Quest DK. Bro is cooking something and the kitchen burned down. That was a nice top deck. Yeah, what is this deck? Is this just like annoy your opponent, Plague Spreader Warlock? Which, for the record, I'm fine if it is. Like, I'm down for that. And he's playing... Oh, the Quest. I have to say, it looks pretty cool, the signature version. Kind of wish I had a Defile play here. Do I have any one-cost spells? Plague of Flame, Touch. Does he have any one-cost spells? Let's just swap. Let's see what I get. Lich Tamsin sounds like she's speaking through a radio. There's a rewind card in Arkham Horror LCG. You can Google Time Warp. That's cool. My Google's going off. I don't know what I think it's because I said Google. Okay, Google, stop. Sorry if anyone's heard me on their end. When are we getting a VC in the Discord? Oh my god. What am I doing? I forgot it was my turn still. You guys distracted me with the Time Warp Arkham Horror thing. To be honest, I didn't know like a voice chat was thing people were looking for. So if that's a thing, we could add it for sure. Especially if you want to play like TTS together or something, I'm down. Why do I want this card? Ooh, I miss... Symphony was fun, man. I missed that. Alright, let the weapon play that next turn. Let's see what we get. He's sucking you off. He really is. Actually, the buff's kind of okay. Makes a big juicer here. Hopefully a big juicer here. We'll do that. And if the buff hit Renathal, I would have just played it too. Spicy Defile. I did think about doing Defile. We'll save it. We'll let him play some more stuff. So actually, I got a question for you guys then. So the tabletop simulator, how? Because I know there's like official DLC for the game, but how do you just play? Is there like a server browser, or how do you play like other games? Because like I said, I know there's like official DLC, which is pretty cool that they've actually like partnered with real board games. Yeah, I'm guessing there's some kind of like server browser. Oh, the workshop. Oh, it has workshop integration. That's cool. All right, weapon spawns him next turn. All right. I really wish I had a way to kill that and just go 14 damage face, although he has 57 health. I bring up voice chat specifically because of TTS and stuff. Yeah, you are right. I could definitely look into adding that for our first TTS stream. Well, it'd be New Year's, I'm guessing. It sounds like you guys are down to do the New Year's TTS. Yeah, you get stuff from workshop. Okay, that's cool. I always forget about... Oh yeah, let me look at this. I have so many things on the go right now. So fast. I'm guessing that's like an instant spell or something. Play immediately after an investigator at your location finishes resolving an action during his or her turn. Undo that action. That's cool. Like I said, I like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't really seen any other game do like a mechanic like the Prince of Persia when I was talking about like the rewind mechanic. How can I play Hearthstone on TTS? Oh, we could do like a Hearthstone Commander on TTS. That'd be cool. I'm just gonna play this and Defile. Wait. Oh, it's not even a juicy Defile anymore. Actually, no, it is. It is. 1, 2. Oh, there's no 3. Are you kidding me? Let's see what we draw. Let me just top deck a portal. Nope. All right, I want to kill the stupid leeches, though. That's fine. You actually can play Hearthstone on TTS, although there's only sets until kobolds. Yeah, class. Okay, that's like the best time to play Hearthstone, though. I'm down. Like, I truly believe the first like 5 years of Hearthstone, that was like the golden age, you know? Oh yeah, let me look at... I want to check out the workshop. Can I see like most... Oh yeah, most popular. Flak Arcana. Oh, skirmish tabletop game. Cool. Battleship but Pokemon. Okay. Warhammer 40k. Tyranid models. That's cool. Necron models. Kill Team. I've always wanted to look into Kill Team. Sure. I kind of wish this was the other one. Let's draw first. It's a bit of an annoying turn, but he has nothing like juicy to hit with the Primus. So it's not awful. Let's burn some cards. Oh, ETC. It's probably good. Zephyrs, that's good. Maybe it's chill, I guess. Flak Archon is new. I played it. It's good. Kill Team's also really fun. Yeah, I've been wanting to get into... like I have a 3D printer and I've printed a bunch of models and stuff, and I have a few different like tabletop skirmish games that I've bought, like solo ones. And I've been wanting to check them out. So that'd be something I'd be down to try on TTS as well, actually. I didn't even think about that, like tabletop games. Let's see, like all time. What's the most popular stuff all time? Oh, Commander. Okay. Chungus Odyssey. What the hell? MTG. Joey's Castle. Chungus Odyssey. What is this? Uno. Magic. Wow. That's wild. So for anyone unfamiliar, Riftbound is the new League of Legends card game. It's a physical card game. It just came out in North America like 2 months ago. I think like end of October. And the fact that it's this high, this is all-time most popular. And what is this? 10? It's 14th on the like workshop. That's wild to me. Do they show like stats? Like downloaded stats or anything? Or just has unique visitors? So that's crazy to me that this is so new and it's so high already. What is this revive? That's okay. He will just prime as something, but that's fine. Double body bagger burn, DK and shambles. I love collecting the WoW tabletop minis. Wish they made more before canceling. I didn't know they made WoW tabletop minis. That would be cool because it's all, I'm assuming, like the different characters and stuff, right? Wow, I had no idea. Wait, this says Etsy. Is this just like fan made? This must be like fan made, right? Because that's cool. They have a whole like Tauren set and stuff, like different races. This has to be fan made, right? That's cool though. Force Org is the Warhammer 40k workshop mod. It has everything you need. Yeah, I didn't even think about like tabletop games with TTS, so I'd be down to try that as well. Like I said, I have a whole bunch of minis I've printed with my 3D printer. I've painted a lot of them. The one like game I have that I've really been wanting to try. It's called 5 Parsecs from Home. It's like a sci-fi solo. It's like a tabletop game, but it also has like RPG elements and stuff. I have it. I have to get around to trying it. All right, what are we doing here?
So many bloody decisions.
Has he played all of his Plague Spreaders? Or did he like shuffle them into his deck somehow? I think this is like a Plague Spreader possibly, right? Do I do this then this? Summons 4? Yeah, sure. What's he gonna do? Not like he has Corpse Explosion or anything. No way, never Corpse Explosion. They're Blizzard official, but I'm saying like, where'd they go? Surprise Menevet. These, I feel like these aren't official Blizzard models. Because it's linking to like an Etsy account. I think these are like fan made. Like I'm guessing these are like the real ones here. Riftbound's quite popular at my LCG or LGS. We were relocated to the secondary room when playing Flesh and Blood now. Yeah, I really, really want to try Riftbound. It's just, you can't find it. Like, I don't know about different countries and stuff, but at least like in Canada, no one has any product. And the product they do have is like super overpriced. So I've been wanting to try Riftbound. It's just, yeah, you can't get it without paying stupid amounts of money. All right, faces the place, guys. I have 25 cards left, right? Let's draw some cards. Bro, I didn't consider you would play tabletop games on Tabletop Simulate. Actually, you are so right. I didn't even think about that as being like an option. All right, get rid of one of these stupid leeches. I'll save this for some like surprise burst. Also, Menevet, that's despite the shop owner playing Flesh and Blood and not Riftbound. Yeah, so for anyone, I guess, unfamiliar with Riftbound as well, it has some really cool ideas. You know, to me, it kind of solves the problem with like lands in Magic. Yeah, I don't know. It has a lot of cool ideas from like different card games and stuff. I think it improves on some of the ideas of some card games. And yeah, I want to try it. And I like League of Legends. You know, I've some of you guys know on Discord that I recently got addicted. Like, I got back into League of Legends recently after not playing it for like 10 years. And so I like the IP. I'm a very aware of League of Legends, the IP. I played Legends of Runeterra for like a long time. I like physical card games. Like, it checks a lot of boxes. It's hard to find. Did you try streamviewers.org? Oh God. Get out of here. Stupid ass bot. I thought they were being legitimate. Usually those scam messages start off a little different. We have so many things to give Rush. Do I care about losing anything in my deck? Not really. I should do this. I want to go face. Ooh, Plague Spreader. All right. Man, how much health did this guy have? We're just chipping away at him. Medevac, we could set up a secret operation where I supply you with cheaper Riftbound packs from Europe, and we'll both make bank. It will end up being not worth due to the shipping. Oh, so in Europe, can you get Riftbound like at a decent price? Because like I said, here in Canada, if you want to buy Riftbound product, it's literally like 3 to 4 times the RSVP. Or not RSVP, MSRP. It's like 3 or 4 times the MSRP. It's ridiculous how overpriced everything is. Mechs vs Minions is a board game in LoL. It is. Yes. I've always heard really good things about Mechs vs Minions. It's just they don't print it anymore, and it's really hard to get from my understanding. Also, this just deletes the plagues, right? All right, face. All right, want to play this before it gets... I could have maybe saved that, but I don't want to risk it getting plague spreaded. All right, we're in a decent... He's had a shit ton of health, but we're just chunking him down. I don't think you can get Riftbound in Ukraine easily. You'd have to order from other countries. Chaos, you fool. Plagues cost 2? I thought we were all plague aficionados here. Why not Defile? I'm just smorking right now, man. I didn't even look at Defile in my hands. I'm just got smork on the brain. Well, but also, yeah, Svinny. So Mechs vs Minions. I completed it, didn't like it, though. I've heard a lot of good things about Mech vs Minions. Just that, yeah, it's really hard to get now. And apparently, like, the... what's it called? Like, the resale value, like, it's very expensive to buy. Oswald, hey, back from the bar. How's your day going? I'm at the bar right now, so welcome back. My day's going well. How about you? I don't pay attention to stuff. Ignore my geriatric rambling. Hey, it happens to the best of us. We're 10 off. Actually, wow, we're 1 off. This is 6. This is 3. All right, this is going face 100%. I wish I had a Defile play here. Because he keeps gaining a bunch of health per turn from this. 6 health per turn. I need something with 1 life. Alright, I'm going to sacrifice a little bit of damage. Just to get those stupid leeches off the board. And I'm not going to play this. Alright. Hell yeah, brother. Yeah. It's Fancy Friday. You can't see it that well, but yeah, I'm in a whole suit for you guys. Lethal with the spell. Yeah, it was 1 damage off, unfortunately. 4 into Husk. We're on the same wavelength, Chaos. Yeah, I got 9 burst damage. I got 9 damage on board. Oh, so much health, man. The albatrosses. I'm not a huge fan of Soul Rend. Give me something good here. Oh, that's so bad. All right. We're going to win with the hero power like it's 2000 whatever, 16 over here. 122 max HP. Also, Venomout, my LGS is selling product a little over MSRP when it comes to other games, so I imagine Riftbound's the same. What's funny is that there was a single in a Flesh and Blood precon that, due to low supply in America, costed more than the precon was originally being sold for, while the precons are still available for MSRP here. So that is basically, I think it's called, oh, what is it? There's some product. Oh, this. Where is it? Oh, what? There's this some. It's like a starter box. Let me look. Proving Grounds, this thing. So this is like a starter box Riftbound released where it has like 4 like pre-con decks, and it was basically a way to get into the game, right? And the problem here is there's cards in this box that are exclusive to this box. They're not printed in like the normal set in boosters and stuff, right? And unfortunately, a couple of them ended up being really good. So you can see like the MSRP for this box was like nothing. It was like $30. This box is now being sold for like $150, $200. And it's super annoying because it's like a starter deck, or it's meant to be like a starter product, but you just can't get it. It's like impossible to get, and it's super marked up. Oh. It's not lethal, but we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. He finally finished his quest. Yeah, how does that work again? He's got a Blood Rune card. Oh, he's got a here. Oh, it's just an 8/8 Death Rattle. Who cares, right? How much healing does he have left still? That's fine. That's fine. I have a bunch of health. We're just going to keep chipping away at him. 2 more turns, guys. If he doesn't heal, I can kill him in 2 turns. Actually, if I just leave his board too, that actually hurts him a little bit, right? He can't... that card that played the 2 taunts and gave him the health... He's actually... Can he still play it? He doesn't get the bodies? Okay. What do I got left in the deck? Oh! Wait. It's exact, guys. It's so funny. I went with the hero power. Wow. Sorry, my friend. 100 health wasn't enough. Wasn't enough for Gul'dan. That hurts so much, playing and not getting draw. You talking like me, not getting draw? All right, that was a good game. Your reaction to 8/8, who cares? It's exactly why DK's quest sucks ass. Yeah, literally, I just ignore it. I don't even care if you played it. Cheers, guys. Bottoms up. Oh, my ice is all melting. Oh, I'm just getting water all over the place. I came prepared, but not prepared enough. All right, give me a second here. Gotta top her off. All right. Is there some kind of like, is Soul Rend in here just to be like an anti-aggro board clear, or is this like an actually good card? Because like, I'm not a huge fan. I didn't play it once last game. Oh yeah, Remy, yeah, it seemed like 4 turns of not drawing much. Hey, we got there in the end though. Also, there was a similar thing with exclusive Flesh and Blood cards in the starter decks that were made to introduce a 4-player multiplayer that was actually good in regular formats. Yeah, that's the thing. I've seen so many games where they have like exclusive cards or exclusive things that in like starter products or whatever, and I feel like every single time this happens, because it's happened with Magic too. There's been times where Magic released, it was actually similar. It was like this 4-player starter set. It was called like Magic like Game Night or something. Yeah, it was this thing. It was like this game night set where it had multiple decks in it and stuff. And there was cards in it that were exclusive to these decks. And they ended up exploding in cost because they were actually like decent cards. And I feel like that happens so often. Okay, hey, I was talking shit about Soul Rend here. It might end up being really good this game. But yeah, I think it's such a stupid idea to print exclusive things in a beginner product, because all that's going to happen is it's going to get scalped. You know, even if they're not even like amazing, even if they're like half decent, it's just going to get scalped for a stupid amount of money. And then at that point, it's not for beginners anymore. Also, holy shit, this Soul Rend. If there were no other shop releases this year, I'll have spent $3,518 on Hearthstone in 2018. Well, rope you back. Thank you for keeping Hearthstone going. Thank you for keeping the gears turning. We appreciate it. It's because of you that we still keep getting new expansions. Oh, that reminds me, I forgot to do my free roll on the like Reform gotcha shit. Yeah, Soul Rend. It's so funny. I was talking shit about Soul Rend 2 minutes ago, and it literally was the nuts there. That's so funny. Oh, that was a good top deck for next turn, too. I don't want to play this and possibly discard Tamsin. I could do this. Rush the Albatross into that. He discards a card and he gets more stupid birds in his deck. I'll tap first. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, sorry, dipshit. Bro should get schnackered, hammered, smashed, sloshed, plastered, fuddled, blitzed, bombed, wasted, and utterly blasted. Also dickered. That's a good word I like to use over here. Skull IMO? I thought about using the skull. This is for you, Chaos. Alright, rip Tamsin. Actually, someone mentioned Tamsin sounding like they're on the radio. Let me turn this up.
You know nothing of death. Allow me to
I don't get it. What was the radio aspect? I thought you meant like the audio quality was really shit. Oh, can't rope, guys. All right, what do we got here? Let's clean up some tabs. I'm gonna make this my background now. Sure. How do I get to the desktop? I thought that button used to do it. What's this? Oh, what do you discard? When you play or discard this, deal 6 damage randomly split among all enemies. Okay. Actually, I didn't think that there's possible discard synergies with this card and my opponent. I could just Hellfire Void Caller. Man, that's like a lot of potential damage though, right? I think I'd rather like health on the board, right? And I'm gonna do this just again to get more health on the board to make these worse. All right, we're gonna lock in, guys. I'm I'm too distracted. The rum's clouding my judgment. We gotta lock in for this game. This is serious shit now. The most expensive card in my Flesh and Blood hero doesn't cost that much because it's good, but because it's limited to a shitty pre-con product that was abandoned because of the poor execution. Yeah. See, I don't understand why some companies too, and like Blizzard is the same, right? I don't know why they just refuse. I guess no, Hearthstone isn't the same, but I don't know why they refuse to like reprint cards and reprint products. Drunkstone, yes. I think I did a stream like a year and a half ago where I drank as well. But what was I saying? Yeah, reprinting cards. I don't know why Magic's really bad for this. To me, it makes no sense why there's cards that are worth more than like 20 bucks. Like they should just like the fact that there's tons of cards worth hundreds of dollars, like just reprint the shit out of these cards. Like if you want to make like the fancy, you know, signature versions, that sure, those are expensive, but if someone just wants like the basic version of a card, I think it should never be more than like 20 bucks. And it's just wild to me that they don't do that. And then they'll make excuses about how like, oh, we don't like acknowledge the secondary market and stuff. Well, like bullshit, man. You guys purposely don't reprint these cards because they're expensive and because, you know, you can trickle them in and people will buy a lot of product chasing them. It's all business. It's all bullshit. What do we do here? I need some armor, right? Oh, wait, just cheat him out. Every time, right? Free 8-8? Yeah, easy game. Then like buff or heal? Oh, just okay. Buy to your deck, bro. Get some armor. Easy game, easy life, guys. Wasn't even close. Also, wait, what did he discard with this? Soul Barrage. Oh, it's that same one, right? The 6 damage, like randomly spread. We're fine. Capitalism moment. Yes, that was my capitalism rant. Like, I love Magic, don't get me wrong, but there's so many stupid business decisions they make. And I feel like they play dumb. Like I said, for anyone unfamiliar, Magic, they basically say that, yeah, they don't take into account how expensive cards are when they consider like reprinting them and stuff, which again is bullshit. Because like I said, if you have a card that's selling for $200 that like all of your players want, why wouldn't you reprint that card like every single year? Like just keep printing it until it's worth $10, $5, right? But then they purposely wait until it's been 5 years, 8 years, like since this card's been reprinted, and then they'll reprint it. And because it's so expensive, everyone's like rushing to buy product to try and get it, right? So yeah. Not to rant more, but it's all bullshit, man. It's all money. All right, we're good. We're good, guys. And it's funny, Medevac, you've been mentioning Flesh and Blood. I've always been interested in looking into Flesh and Blood. The only problem is I'm pretty sure there's no like local scene for me for Flesh and Blood. I don't know if there's like a solo mode at all. Or like TTS. I don't know if Flesh and Blood TTS, so that's a thing. But I've always been interested in it. I've heard good things. Flesh and Blood's been doing very nice reprints, especially in the newest set. It brought the price down a lot. The most drastic one was a card going from 25 euros to 0.5. Wow. How many times did we play that deck? Oh, okay, second game. Zenny, 2-0. Here, let's switch it up a little bit. Let me complete this Hunter deck. I haven't played Hunter in a long time. And if this is the deck I think it is, it was pretty fun back in the day. He must have changed it, because I remember I had this deck before. Ooh, Reno Hunter. Wild Spirits. That was nerfed. Crushing Walls, interesting. How do I not have Zul'jin? I swear on my life I thought I had Zul'jin before. Alright, Wild Spirits I'll craft. Because it's cheap. Crushing Walls I'll replace. Do I want a 7? Is Elise in here? Oh, no Elise. Take that out for Elise? Elise is just always good, right? Is it active, though? I need 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's no 7. 8. No 9. Any good 7 cost card? Tonk. Mountain Bear. This guy? Sasquatch? Any good neutrals? At least it's not that good here. All right, I'll listen to you, Leo. You made the deck. Do you have any recommendations? I don't know how I don't have Zul'jin. I swear I remember playing Zul'jin. So I need 2 cards. Any suggestions? Menevat says, screw the secondary market. I want cards. I agree, my friend. Like I said, to me, cards should never cost more than like 20 bucks. Like, have some chase cards, but cards costing hundreds is just nuts. Like, anyone, like... like, let's look at some standard decks in Magic the Gathering. So here's some standard decks in Magic. So again, standard, they extended standard for Magic recently. Instead of the last 2 years, it's now the last 3 years, I believe. But still, $400 for a standard deck, $500 for a standard deck, $300, $200, $440, like $700. Like, who's spending $500, $600, $700 on a deck for standard? Like, that's just crazy to me, especially when you go to Modern, which Modern is kind of the equivalent like Wild in Hearthstone. And look at over here. Obviously, the decks are more expensive, right? Because they don't rotate. But still, you have 550, 500, 500, 600. Like, there's some more expensive ones, 1,000, 800. But like, why would you spend $400, $500 on a standard deck when you can spend a little bit more on a deck that just doesn't rotate? Like, it's crazy to me how expensive standard's gotten in Magic. And a lot of the times, like, it's like a couple cards. Like, let's just open here. Yeah, so look at this. This card, 4 copies, costs over $200. Anything else expensive here? Yeah, that one over here. What do we got? That one's $100 for the 4. So like, it literally boils down to like a couple cards that eat up like 80 to 90% of the budget, I just like a couple more out of curiosity. Oh, same one over here. $100 for 4 cards. Yeah, it's just crazy. What did Leo say, though? Sasquatch. All right, let's try that. Zul'jin's pretty mandatory in the deck. Yeah, I don't know how... I could swear on my life I had Zul'jin before. I don't know what happened. Death Roll. I like that one. 5 mana? 4 mana? Is it 2 words? Yep. All right. Oops. That's wrong deck. I'm out of my mind over here. All right. Now we're good to go. Oh, I got to do the free gotcha roll, too. Also, Menevat, to add to that, when you mentioned the age of the cards, the card I was talking about is just 2 sets old, so they're reprinting new stables already. That's good. That's what they should do, right? Just reprint stuff into the ground. Chaos, me playing Magic on TTS and just getting to import any variant of any card for free. Yeah, that's the big brain move, right? Bro's gonna have to buy some shit to get more dust. You are right. Man, I'm so used to having like thousands of dust just like on reserve, right? But I literally spent like 35,000 dust my first couple streams back. Chaos 6-7. Man, that reminds me. So like I'm old, right? I'm like basically like a boomer at this point. And I was at a friend's, like a birthday party for like a friend's kid recently. So there was a bunch of kids like ages like 3 to 8, something like that, right? And someone was like browsing through the channels on the TV, right? And they were going, it was like channels like 1 to 100, whatever, they're just scrolling. And one of the kids goes like 6-7, and in my head I'm like, oh man, like what's happening to our children nowadays? I don't get it. I'm too old for this shit. Oh, yeah, let's roll. Cheers, Blizzard. Give me Rafam and your soul is mine, Blizzard. Or my soul's yours, I mean. My soul's yours, Blizzard. Oh, sorry, not today. Well, I saw someone posted on Reddit, a couple people posted on Reddit that they got this on their free roll. Menevat, the next Flesh and Blood set that is coming out in February, I think will support every hero in the game and introduces reprints of the most iconic cards, including those of the highest rarity. So correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Flesh and Blood, isn't there no booster packs for the game? Don't they just sell like decks, like predetermined decks? And is that how it works? Like I think there's no boosters in Flesh and Blood, right? Watch bro get Refrom here. Yeah, never lucky. Spinny, you usually make fun Hearthstone streams. I like to suggest an idea of intense, grindy streams where you win 7+ games in Arena and complete achievements to gain more resources to use them on expensive decks. I have been thinking about, because I've talked about it before, but like Raren is like a huge inspiration for me, right? And Raren's always doing streams where he's like chasing achievements or doing like certain challenges and stuff. And okay. And that is something I'd like to do more of. Like back when I was streaming more regularly and doing YouTube more regularly, I was doing a lot of stuff like that. But yeah, I like to chase some like specific achievements, or yeah, do some more grindy stuff like that. Some like the solo adventures. Actually, one of the ones I've been wanting to do is the what is it, like the heroic Lich King or whatever, where you have to beat it with every class. I've been wanting to do that. So yeah, I have ideas. I have things like that on my radar that I'd like to do. So you're totally right. Time Thief Reforms by James Ryman. Wow. How relevant. Free dust, though. Actually, I never disenchant my golden cards. Even though, like, I need dust at this point. I don't usually need dust. But, yeah, I remember I decided that, like, 6 months into Hearthstone. So, my first, like, 6 months into Hearthstone, I would just disenchant golden cards because I wanted... What's this do again? I would disenchant golden cards my first few months of Hearthstone because I just wanted the dust, right? But then I hit a point where I was like, nah, like I'll keep them, you know? And from that point on, I never disenchant golden cards. So I have some old garbage golden cards. I will never disenchant because it's just like, it's against like my principle at this point. Menevat, it's a regular TCG with boosters, huh? What game am I thinking of then? Because there is a game, like a trading card game, that... Is it like Android Netrunner? I don't know. There's some card game I know of that apparently, yeah, they don't sell boosters, and they only sell like pre-made decks or something. Does this deck count as Leo's? You don't have Zul'jin, what you said is quintessential card for the deck. So here's what I'll do, Leo. If we win, it counts. If it doesn't win, it doesn't count. You get a freebie. Can I get a good juicer with this? Wait, how much less does this cost? 2. This will be 5. Play it next turn. All right, guys. Smork. I think I just saw Cottage. Chalupa! Chalupa, are you trying to come up? I think I saw her on my peripheral. I think she's coming back. Also, Spinny, in my opinion, a golden pack is much more lucky than Reform. I'd never ever use it, while packs are always useful. For sure, depending on the person, right? Ooh, that's a nice hit. Leo says thank you. You're welcome, my friend. That's my Christmas gift. Beat the Lich King only with cards from Knights of the Frozen Throne or older. The real OG Ice Crown experience. That's a good idea. Like I said, not to like copy him or anything, but like a lot of the shit that Raren does is stuff I like to do and I want to do, right? He's one of the main Hearthstone people I've always watched, and one of the main reasons I started doing this. Okay. I really wanted this to hit face. It could still hit face, I guess. Hit the little shitters. All right, hit one of them. All right, fine. Oh. Oh, that was a... All right. If he wants to trade into the 2/4, I'm fine with that. Maybe you're thinking of Keyforge. Actually, that's probably what I'm thinking of. That does sound familiar. Yeah, if I remember right. Oh, yeah, Richard Garfield. I think this is what I'm thinking of. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Is that how Keyforge works? There's no like booster packs? Also, Chaos, I use golden cards if the golden version and not the, sorry. I use golden cards if I get the golden version and not the regular, or if it's a cool card I like, otherwise I dust. That's fair. Yeah, I'm getting no secrets over here. Hey, look who it is. Hello. Oh. I don't know if I've streamed since she got her haircut. Look at you got. Here, give me a sec. Show everyone your Christmas bandana. Can't show. She has a Christmas bandana on. Say hi, everyone. Oh, it's still my turn. Smork. Air alarm here, and it's very loud where I am. Jeez, hope everything's okay. No break for the holidays. It's crazy. That sounds like a wacky thing Andrew Garfield would do. Yes, Chalupa's a good girl. Cottage is a good girl. Yeah, whenever we take her to the groomer, she always comes back with like a bandana on. And we just leave it on her until like eventually she'll like pull it off, or like the knot will come undone. So we'll see how long it lasts. I think the last time we got her a cut, it lasted a few weeks or maybe a month. But there's been other times where she gets it off like a couple days later. I'm always bummed because they're cute. Okay. Okay, there's some secrets. Oh, there's Smork. Smork, right, guys? Hunter has to Smork. Hunter only goes face. Remember when Lamplighter scaled its damage? Yes, that was disgusting. Actually, okay, random train of thought, because I just felt that I had a pen in my jacket pocket, and I don't think I ever told you guys that I officiated a wedding this summer. I'll have to get pictures because I want to like blur people's faces out, just, you know, out of respect. But yeah, I officiated a wedding this summer. A friend of mine that I've known for like 15 years, if not more, he came to me a year or two ago and said, you know, like, hey, we want someone to marry us that like actually knows us, right? They didn't just want like a random person doing it. So they asked me and they said, like, you know, we think you'd be like a good speaker, but like we think you'd do a good job at it. And I was like, yeah, sure. So yeah, that was this summer. That was in September. So I'll just show you guys. There's pictures of me standing doing like the ceremony in front of like 100 people. And yeah, here, let me finish the game. I'll tell you a little bit more because there's some funny stories of it. Does this win me the game? Oh, if this was active, that'd be cool. Can I get like Frost Nova or something? It's official. If Apollo was a Hearthstone hero, he'd be a priest. Do I just hope he doesn't have lethal? Like, just clear? I just hope he doesn't have lethal. Lamplighter? What's he have in hand? Oh, he 100% has lethal. I didn't even realize he played Zephyrs. Yeah. Aw. All right, doesn't count, Leo. Don't worry. So yeah, I did a wedding ceremony this summer. I've never done anything like that before. I did a ton of research. You know, I read a bunch of different like scripts online. You know, I did a bunch of research, and I wrote it all from scratch myself. I read a bunch of other, you know, ceremonies and stuff for like inspiration, but then I wrote it all myself. I met with the couple, and basically my first draft of the ceremony, I had multiple options for different parts of the ceremony that were like different vibes, right? So I had an option that was a much more like traditional option, an option that was much more like lovey-dovey, an option that was kind of more like laid back casual. And I went through the ceremony with them and basically, you know, gave them all the options and talked about like what vibe they were looking for. And, you know, like, yeah, did they want to be more like traditional, more like lovey-dovey, whatnot? So I took notes based on that meeting, and I finalized the whole script. And then this summer was the wedding, the ceremony. And it's funny because one thing quick I'll say is I remember we were all at like the venue, and like my girlfriend was also in the wedding party, and it was like me and all my friends and stuff, like people I've known 10, 15 years or more, right? And everyone was in this one room basically waiting for the ceremony to start, and I was in the hallway pacing because I was like sweating at that point. I was like I kept getting like spurts of being nervous, you know, like I would be really nervous for a couple of minutes and it would kind of go away, and then I get nervous again. And I was in a full suit. I've been going, like, we've been doing stuff since the morning, and I was just like, again, I was sweating, getting nervous at times. But anyways, I was pacing in the hallway 5-10 minutes before the ceremony was starting, and I was just going over like my script, and I was kind of just like reading out loud and practicing and stuff. And I had this fleeting moment where I was like, can you imagine if I just left right now? I was like, imagine I just get in my car and I just leave. I didn't, you know, I did the ceremony, but for a split second, I was like, can you imagine after asking me to do the ceremony, everything's all about to start, I just leave? That'd be a good story. I didn't do it, but that'd be the story of a lifetime right there. So the good news, I did the ceremony, and I think I did a good job. You know, a lot of people came up to me afterwards and told me like how good of a job I did. Intrusive thoughts. It was an intrusive thought, 100%. Yes. But a lot of people came up to me afterwards, and, you know, a lot of people couldn't believe it. I'd never done something like that before, which that was like a huge compliment to me. The fact that they thought that was like something I regularly did, or the fact that they didn't even think that I was like new to that, right? So that felt good. That was like nice compliments there. also like a spoiler, right? In the US, you always hear about people getting ordained online, right? How you can go online, you can spend 5 minutes, you can get ordained and like marry someone legally, right? In Canada, it's not quite like that. It's not that easy. So the way they did it was they basically got married officially at City Hall, and then I married them make believe. So 99% of people don't know this, you know, only like their very close friends and their parents and stuff know this. Everyone in the audience just thought it was a normal wedding. So I married them, but it wasn't like legally binding. And it was funny because I had people come up to me throughout the night, and I was drunk at this point, right? And I had people come up to me throughout the night, and they were like, wow, like I didn't know you were ordained. And I'd be like, yeah, I was like, you know, it was a lot of work, but it was worth it. You know, they're good friends. I thought I'd like do the time and the work and the money and the effort to get ordained. It's all bullshit. I wasn't ordained, but it was a good time. I don't know if I'd ever do it again, because I had like family members and multiple people afterwards that were like, oh yeah, you should do it as like a side thing, right? Because you do potentially make a lot of money. Like I looked into it, and to hire an officiant, I'm sure it depends on factors, but it's anywhere from like $500 to $1,000, right? So potentially $1,000 for like an evening of work, right? To do a ceremony, and then you just chill. You also get like a free invite to the wedding, so you get to get free alcohol at the reception. You get a free dinner, so it's like potentially a good gig. But I don't think I'd ever do it for like randoms. If I had some like friend or family member that asked me, maybe I'd do it again. But it was a cool experience, though. It was something I will remember like the rest of my life for sure. Magic, you sound like you're a good public speaker. And yeah, and that's like not to like toot my own horn or anything, but that's also why like they picked me. Is they thought they thought I would do a good job of it, right? And then also the fact that like I've known them both, right? I've known his now wife. I've known her since they've been together, whatever, 10 years now. I've known him since high school, like 20 years now. So I knew them both very well, right? It's not like some random was just marrying them, which I get that aspect. Because I've been to weddings before where the officiant is like, oh, like in the time I've known them, like I can tell they're such a good couple. And it's like, bro, you've known them like 2 weeks, you know? So they wanted someone that actually like spoke from experience, right? Not just like bullshit, which I understand that. Chaos also says, I bet you did wonderfully. Thank you. Also, I missed this, but yeah, the Eternal card game kind of does that. I did play the Eternal card game a little bit, like, oh, it's on my Steam. I can see the last time I played it. 2018. You can see I got about 6 hours in 2018. It had some cool ideas. It reminded me a little bit of Magic in some ways. It reminded me a bit of Legends of Runeterra in some ways. But yeah, it's a cool game. Yeah, maybe he plays a minion first. Does Eternal still get updates? I don't even know. I think that was oh, it seems like periodically. December last year, February, April. It was a cool game. It just, yeah, it sucks how just the wow. Hit this thing, please. Ah. Also, Medevac, from the time I've known them, it seems like they will get divorced eventually. How long does an officiant speak for in a wedding? Let me see here. I guess I'll do this. So, you know, it can vary. If you're doing a more like religious traditional ceremony, they're very long. I've been to a couple religious weddings and it's literally like an hour, like the ceremony. Like they take breaks to, you know, like do prayers and do some songs and do some other stuff like that. Mine was like 20 minutes, maybe something like that. It wasn't too much fluff in mine. I felt like it was pretty straight to the point. I should bring up the script and go over it with you guys. But You know, it was like me like welcoming everyone. Actually, one thing I did, and this was, I read this online when I was doing research. Yeah, I read, basically I started off the ceremony saying like, hey, can everyone like please take their seats, like we'll be starting momentarily. And then I also said like, can you please refrain from taking pictures? You know, we have photographers here, you know, they would rather get pictures of you guys and not like your phones, right? Because I don't know about other countries like in Europe or other places, but here it's people are awful for, you know, during the ceremony, they're like leaning into the aisle, like with their phone, taking pictures and stuff. And it's just like, it's distracting and like disruptive to me. And I've been to multiple weddings where people have requested like to not take pictures. But anyways, I did that to start things off. Everyone took their seats, the wedding party came in, and then I started off the ceremony saying, you know, I know I said no pictures, but I was like, I will give you all 1 minute to go crazy. I was like, take some pictures, take a video, like whatever, and then we'll get started. And one of my biggest fears leading up to the ceremony was I was going to say that and no one was going to react. I was so worried I was going to say that and like 2 people would pull their phones out, right? But it was the opposite. Like tons of people all pulled their phones out. People were like laughing and joking and taking pictures and video. And it started the ceremony off on like a really good vibe. So I was really happy with that outcome because it kind of like put me at ease a bit, and I feel like it set a good like tone for the audience as well. So yeah, that was a good start. What do I got here? I'm just in autopilot mode at this point. 3, not really any points. Give a beast in your hand. Actually, I should have traded first, right? So yeah, so I welcomed everyone, you know, like I introduced myself. I said some lovey-dovey stuff. And then the bride and groom did vows at the wedding. Again, I don't know how common this is for other countries and cultures and stuff like that, but they read their own vows during their wedding. So I, you know, gave it to the groom. He said his vows. The bride, she says her vows. And then we did, you know, like the exchange of rings. And again, this isn't really a thing in the US, but in Canada, during wedding ceremonies, usually you take a break and go sign the wedding certificate like during the ceremony. Which was funny because because the wedding wasn't legal, we just fake signed. So we just went over, like the way it works in Canada is they have like a table set up. They'll have the wedding certificate and, you know, the bride, the groom, the best man, the maid of honor, and the officiant. They'll go over and like they'll all sign the wedding certificate, right? So the 5 of us went over and yeah, we just fake. We actually, let me do my turn quick. I got too much stuff going on. That's not corrupted. I could do that for Sasquatch next turn. Actually, this for Sasquatch too. Can I kill this? Hey Zenny, how's it going? Draxus? I'm at 34 health. Let's go Draxus. That's fun. All right, what was I saying? Okay, so like the signing, right? That's a very normal thing in Canada, but I learned it's not really a thing in like the US and I'm assuming Europe and stuff. So I brought like a folder to make it look professional, and the bride was supposed to bring like a fake wedding certificate, right? They just like printed one themselves and we were gonna sign it. And unfortunately, the day of the wedding, they forgot it at the house. Like they had too much going on, right? And they were just whatever, they forgot. So luckily I had the folder. So there's pictures. I'll have to show them to you guys. There's pictures of, the audience couldn't tell, right? Because we're up front, we're at like a table and stuff, but we literally just signed the inside of this envelope or this folder. We didn't even have like an actual wedding certificate to sign. So it's a funny moment. Can I get something to clear the board, please? Also, Menavet says professional yapper. You're not wrong. This isn't the worst, right? He doesn't get the Protoss. This doesn't take double damage anymore, but he doesn't get the Protoss. I can trade into this. I take 20 damage. But that's not the worst, actually. Also, Medevat, like, okay, bro, we get it. We're here to watch them get married. Skip the villainous monologue or whatever you're doing and do the thing. Yeah, I felt like my ceremony was like, it was very lean. Like, it didn't have too much fat in it. You know, it kind of like got to the point. I'm probably dead here. Oh, if only, oh, is there any, I don't think there's any secrets that save me, right? This doesn't even save me. Man, if only I could have played Yogg next turn. That would have been fun. All right, Leo, doesn't count. You dumped a bunch of stuff just to play Sasquatch and then didn't even play him. I know. It didn't feel like the right turn. Also, Magic giving the audience a minute to take pictures was a really smart move. Yeah, like I said, there was an idea I read online, and I was a little nervous going into it because, like I said, I was worried that like no one was gonna take me up on it, right? Because there was 100 people in the audience. It wasn't like a small ceremony. There was seating for I think 75 or 80 people. Seats were all full, and there was people standing in the back. So it was probably like 100 people, including the wedding party especially. And I was really worried that, yeah, no one was going to take me up on the offer, or like 2 people would pull their phones out, right? But luckily, yeah, a lot of people took me up on the offer, and it was a good vibe. Also, Magic, fake signing a fake wedding certificate in an empty folder feels like a Hollywood magic. Like how they used fake paper bags that didn't make crumple sounds. Yeah, you're right. Like I said, too, 99% of people didn't know it was fake, which makes it even more funny, right? But just everyone assumes, because you see in like the US and you see like in movies and stuff, right, that people will just become like an officiant online. But yeah, I didn't know until they asked me that in Canada it doesn't work that way. But so now I know. But yeah, I don't know if I'll do it again. Like I said, I wouldn't do it for a random, but if a close friend or family asked or something, it was an experience for sure. But yeah, this was the suit I wore for it actually. I wore a tie, not a bow tie, and a different top, but it's the jacket I wore for it. Oh, that feels so bad. Let's do this. Kind of like this one. Smart guys. The office worker watching someone submit a signed empty folder as a request to change their surname. It's just a bunch of random signatures. Okay, this bowl is a little better here. Next turn, I can toy Ranosaurus. I'm gonna do the explosive trap here because he's probably gonna buff this, and then at least explosive trap gets rid of it. And if he's real dumb, he'll play some minions first. I'll take the 1. But yeah, a little recap again for anyone who wasn't here earlier. Tuesday, I'm going to do a tier list of all the board games I played this year. And it probably won't take too long, so I'll probably do some Hearthstone after. And then Wednesday is the New Year's Eve stream. We're going to play TTS. So we could talk about it on Discord this weekend, I guess, to figure out what we're going to play. But yeah, I'll play TTS with you guys on Wednesday for New Year's Eve. New Year's Day, I'm probably not going to have a stream. But I'll post more this weekend about the plan. Oh, what is this? Cat trick? Misdirection? Snipe? Oh, it's a lot of different things. I feel like there's no good play here. Cat trick would be a little annoying. Okay. Alright, it is what it is. Toyrano right next to the charged Rex shows how far the game has come. I know, when I saw like that card, I looked at it, I was like, man, that card's garbage. Anyone have any interesting plans for New Year's though? I guess show of hands. Who's gonna be a loser with me on New Year's Eve and who has friends? This would be nice coined out next turn. Chaos will be around. All right. Like I said, we'll talk on Discord this weekend, but we'll have to figure out what we're going to play on TTS. Because I'm not too picky. I'm going to be a TTS boy on New Year's. All right, sweet. Yeah, like if you guys have any suggestions, like I'll learn a new game. You know, I'll play a game I know. I'll learn a new game. I'll do both. Like, we can, you guys can throw out some suggestions. We can talk about it. Oh, guess I have Reno in hand. I don't celebrate this year, but I'm working on the both 31st and 1st a limited time. Yeah, that's too bad. Hey, at least, again, I don't know how other countries work, right? But do you at least get, like, bonus pay when you work those days? Because over here, how it works is if you work a holiday, you usually make, like, double your wage, at least. So I don't know if it works that way or not in other countries, though. I want to wait for, like, a big juicer to play this. That was a shitty one to get. I wanted to wait for a big boy. Nemesis or Slay the Spire are my top suggestions. So Slay the Spire, 100% I'd be down to try. Nemesis as well. The only problem is, like, I own Nemesis, but I haven't played it yet. So I know, like, vaguely how it works. I've watched some YouTube videos and stuff, but that one would... Oh, okay. My heart stopped there for a second. Nemesis would take a little bit more explaining, which it's fine. But yeah, Slay the Spire I know inside and out. And again, Nemesis I know, like, the basics, but some of, like, the rule, like, intricacies and stuff I don't really know. We could play Retaliation. That's the newest one, right? Is that the most, like, beginner-friendly one? Svenny, but I'd really like to play with you on TTS, so I'd be glad to teach you something. Yeah, and again, this won't be, like, the only stream, right? I am definitely going to have some other TTS streams. So if you guys miss this one, you know, there will be others. Looking a little low on draw here. Oh, Chaos is the best one. Yeah, I have OG Nemesis. I'm employed semi-officially and don't have any payment increases. That's too bad. Yeah, usually in Canada how it works is if you work a holiday, you actually make like 2.5 times your wage. So if you make 20 bucks an hour, you're making, what, 50 bucks an hour? So, like, me personally, back when I was, like, hourly, if I'd work holidays a lot, right? If I had no plans or anything, like, who cares? Take the money. Also, what happened here? Oh, he took my Reno. Oh. Just go damage. Huffer. Always Huffer. That's okay, actually. Do you have little troubles on TTS? We should play that if so. I have no idea. I literally just bought I literally just bought TTS. So I have no idea what Little Troubles is. Also, I think I'm going to do a stream soon where I play this. Actually, oh, maybe this is the game I was thinking of. I had Soma on my wish list since 2015. Like over 10 years I've had this game on my wish list. It was recently on sale for like $1.50 or something, and I picked it up. And I don't think it's too long. I think it's like less than 10 hours. I think it's like 6 to 8 or something. 9 hours. So yeah, I could bang this out in like 2 streams, right? So I think soon, like in January or something, I'm gonna have a couple streams where I play this, because I've heard so many good things about this game, and I've been wanting to play it for a long, long time. What's going on here? All right, Huffer. Okay, okay. Quick shot, was it 2 mana, 3 damage? If your hand is empty, draw a card, I think. I kind of want to save this if I can maybe finish him with it. We'll see. Wait, Little Troubles. Let me look that up. Little Troubles. Where do I search? Oh. Oh, it's like a tabletop game? Is that what I'm looking at? Also, KS, yeah, newest one. I would say it's more beginner friendly than just the base aliens. The characters are much tankier and killier than the other games, but it's still brutal. Yeah, that's what I've heard, right? Is the first Nemesis is basically the first Alien movie, and then Retaliation is Aliens, which is kind of cool that they've like evolved the game over these multiple iterations. His spell? That's okay. Huffer? Okay. I'm actually gonna play this so I can maybe draw a card off of that. We're getting them close, guys. I've heard of Soma, so it'd be interesting to see what it's about. From my understanding, Soma is one of the... Really, guys? He steals my Reno, and he's a Reno... Well, maybe it wasn't a Reno deck, but he had it active. Oh, man. I'm so mad. God damn it. God damn it. I'm so mad. What was I saying? Yeah, from my understanding, oh yeah, they used Reno. I'm so out of it, guys. I am so like on autopilot right now. But yeah, Soma, from my understanding, it's one of those like walking simulator style games where it's very much like you like exploring, and there's like story. It's not like an action game per se. It's very like story narrative heavy from my understanding. But like I said, I've heard really, really good things about it. Oh, man. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't even paying attention to the fact that he played Reno. I'm just talking. I'm talking with you guys, and Hearthstone's just like background noise. All right, we can't end on this game. Don't worry, Leo. These games don't count. I won't count them until I add Zul'jin or whichever the card was. Oh, Chaos knows. There's some puzzles and enemy avoiding, but overall, it's a very atmospheric walking game. Okay. Yeah, I knew there was enemies. I know there's like a baby mode you can turn on where it like turns off the enemies. I was considering that. I'm a little baby with scary games. All right. Oh, I think Reska's Demon Hunter deck is a Reno deck, right? I just gotta replace a couple cards. Any suggestions? Is Reska here still? I don't think so. Where's some good Demon Hunter cards? I can just replace like just generically good. Oh shit, what did I remove? The game lagged and I removed something else. Let me delete the deck and add it again. stupid indie company. All right, this is it. Man, what? When did the collection manager get so like laggy? Like pasting these decks and adding and removing cards. Is it just me? Am I like playing on like the calculator over here? Is it my shitty computer? But I feel like it's been so laggy adding and removing cards. All right. Remove this. Like, you see the delay on that? Watch, click drag. You see that? It's is it me? All right, what oh wait, Reska's here, Ayato's here. What should I replace those couple cards with? Just some like generically good cards, I guess. CDMs, we got to play some MTG on TTS, maybe even draft. I'm 100% down for that. I am 100% down for some Commander, for some drafts, for whatever. I've talked about it before, right? But I love Magic just as much as Hearthstone, like if not more. See, the big thing to me, I think Magic is a better card game than Hearthstone, but I think Hearthstone has more like fun decks, and it's because Hearthstone has like the RNG elements, right? For anyone who doesn't know, Magic doesn't really have RNG elements like at all, because it's a physical card game, right? You can't like randomly generate outcomes in a physical card game. So Magic, I think, is the better card game, but it's a much more like serious and grounded card game. But Hearthstone, in terms of like streaming, right, and playing like fun, goofy decks and like fun ideas and stuff like that, I think Hearthstone is the better game. Yes, Lore Walker Cho, like a perfect example. There's no Lore Walker Cho in Magic Arena. I don't know what you can replace, I guess. Things that can cheat out Zillag or copy it. Do I have any like copy? Is there any new? Is there neutrals? Celestial Projectionist? Do I want that? I don't know what this deck does. We're just gonna add cards. Marut. Isn't that a joke? Isn't Marut bad? I'll add it, whatever. We won't count these losses. Don't worry. Hearthstone is the silly, goofy one. Exactly. From like a streaming YouTube perspective, I think Hearthstone is the much more interesting game. But I think in terms of like competitively playing a game seriously, I think Magic is way better. The thing is, for both of these card games, the worst thing about them is that they have decks that only work in Standard, and when they rotate, they're just too weak or too easy to counter. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? When I first got back into Magic, like, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago or something, I played for a year or two, and then rotation hit, and my favorite deck was just gone, and I was so turned off by it that I haven't played Standard since. Like, I'll play Standard on like Magic Arena because it's like I don't put any money in, it's all free, like who cares. But in terms of physical Magic, I never play Standard again because I was so turned off by the rotation. And then I just play Commander now. The deck has to get your quest finished and get the Kurtrus. I gotta do like 2 damage, right, for the quest? All right. What else does 2 damage? Leper Gnome. All right, we're unironically adding Leper Gnome in 2025. But these, like I said, these losses won't count. Oh, wrong deck. Where are we? All right. Also, CDM, so you got to play the deck while they're relevant, and if you like the deck from a previous meta, shame on you. Yeah, Hearthstone's the same, right? There is all kinds of decks that I miss playing, and I wish I could play. And like technically, I can play them in Wild, but they've been so like power crept in Wild that you're just like shooting yourself in the foot, right? Which is funny because I've talked about this, that starting in January, I'm going to start a, like, how is X doing in 2026 series, where I'm going to go back and play a bunch of old decks and old archetypes and stuff. So I'm going to play, like, Galakron. I'm going to play the old gods. I'm going to play Patron Warrior, Q-Block, Hadronox Druid. Like, I'm going to go back and basically play all these old decks and archetypes and see, like, how they do in the current landscape. So that'll be an interesting series. I'm excited for that. Commander's Pog, I agree. Commander's all I've played for like 10 years now. And I like Commander because, you know, my favorite thing about Hearthstone is like the goofy kind of decks and like the janky like win conditions and stuff like that. And like that's literally what Commander is. Like, assuming you play with like friends and you play in a more like, casual environment, Commander is like all like janky combos, stupid deck ideas. Like, you want to make a deck where like every creature in your deck is wearing a hat, like, go for it. You want to play like a bear deck. You want to play, you know, whatever. Like, there's so many stupid ideas people play in Commander, and it's great. Oh, 2 bots, 1 stream. Yo, what's going on here? That bot was a lot more obvious. The other bot, I didn't notice it was a bot at first. Evolve Shaman and Frozen Throne is my beloved. Yeah, Evolve Shaman, I'll probably play that as well. Paul is getting popular enough to attract more of them. Yeah, suffering from success over here. Oh, see, my first brew is a bear deck. Yes, see, CMD knows what I'm talking about. Oh, I don't get the quest trigger, but that's fine. Also, Flesh and Blood is an eternal format with a ban list. Heroes only rotate once they win enough tournaments. Oh, that's interesting. And after they do, a new one gets printed to replace them so that people can play the cards from the rotated hero again. That's a really cool idea. That's really neat, actually. So if like something is like super dominant, it'll just get like rotated eventually, but like a pseudo replacement gets printed. That's neat. Wow, okay. Did that not trigger the quest? Oh, on your turn. Oh, I should have traded the Leper Gnome last turn. I didn't realize it was that. Theotar next turn? Theotar, give him Philosophy? I shall save that. I'll just do nothing. We should make our own Hearthstone format. I agree. I talked about this during like a recent stream, but I wish there was like a format or like a checkbox on Hearthstone where you could play like old or meme decks and only play against people doing the same. Because that to me is when like Hearthstone is the most fun. When like sure, you're playing to win, like I'm not trying to lose, but there's so many fun like packages of cards. There's so many fun archetypes that just like aren't competitive. They're not competitive, unfortunately. I could have maybe waited for the quest completion. If I get multiple of the quest reward, does it stack? Oh, come on. The one card I want to give him doesn't show up. Fine. That's annoying. The one card I wanted to give him. Also, Chaos had to send my totally legit video game suggestion over Discord because Automod doesn't like the name. Oh boy. Let's take a look. Oh, GTFO. I vaguely know what that is. Isn't it like it's like a 4-player like co-op kind of like Left 4 Dead style game, isn't it? This is nice. All right. We're hanging in there. Also, Remy, I got a Golden Shaman DK Hero Legendary. Actually, I need to do that that tier list still. That was supposed to be the tier list this Tuesday, but I was busy, unfortunately. I want to rank all of the old like Death Knight hero cards. Also, Yado, I think they should still make a middle rank of some kind, where there is just the last 5 or X amount of years. Oh yeah, that's like, to me, that's what Twist should be, right? It's kind of like modern in, so let me do my turn quick before I go off on a tangent here. So modern in Hearthstone, that's, you know, I talked about some of those decks earlier, right? Modern is like Wild in Hearthstone, but it's not all of the cards ever. Modern is cards from the last like 15 years, something like that. So imagine Wild in Hearthstone, but you can only use cards from the last like 5 years. It's like a middle stop, like you said, Ayato. Where I agree, I think Hearthstone's been around long enough that there could be a middle format. Have Wild where it's everything, have Standard where it's the last 2 years, and then have another one where you have like the last like 5 years. I think that's a good idea. Let me see. Does it say here? Oh, 2011. Okay, so about the last 15 years. But also Magic's been out for over 30 years, so it's kind of comparable. If they did, also Left 4 Dead style's underselling it. Interesting. Also, what the hell is this again? Do I need to kill him? I'm at 40 health. I got Reno. I'm gonna do this for the draw. Okay. Oh, I can't play it. Oh well. Also, CDM, I'm going to play Starliner Druid and Auto Win Cap. Yeah, like I said, I am really... I'll take a lot of suggestions from you guys, too, because there's probably so many old decks that I'm forgetting. Okay. That was all right. I got Reno still, though, in hand. I could Reno duplicate, actually. Oh, Cottage one's down. Yeah, I'll have to do another Fancy Friday stream soon and see if the gray suit fits me a little better. I don't want that. Ooh, what's in here? Infestation, Rest in Peace. Okay, I don't think I need multiple of those. Complete the quest. Actually, I could play it just as something on the board, right? Hipster being one of the only cards with different entrance quotes is such a wasted potential. Sorry, what do you mean by different entrance quotes? Does it have like does it depend on what class your opponent's playing? How does that work? Oh god. Not like this. Okay, that's fine. Holy shit, that's a big boy. And too bad I can't play this and this. Maybe we should put like Ysera in the deck. When you play hipster, you could say different things as random. Oh, I didn't know that. That would add like a lot more to a lot of cards for sure. Even if they had like 2 or 3 quotes, right? And it just like randomized them. Quest Mage versus Quest DH is the standard. Is Quest Mage popular right now in standard? The good news, he's running out of gas a bit. The bad news is I don't have a good play right now. I could ping Reno duplicate. Man, Reborn on this is disgusting. So 6, 7, 8. Might as well clear the Divine Shield. All right. I got a couple more Renos to go through. Oh, it is popular. Interesting. What I like the most is cards that have different voice lines based on the hero they're playing against. Though that thing is really cool. That's actually, you know, I talked about how I've been playing League of Legends recently, right? And one really cool thing about that game is, for anyone unfamiliar, there's like 150 or 175 different characters in the game, right? And they all have like different interactions with different other characters. So say if you have like a certain character and you walk into or run by like certain characters in the game, like they'll say certain voice lines and stuff. And there's all kinds of these like different interactions and stuff. And it's such like a cool like attention to detail. 6, 7. God. You guys are killing me. What do I do here? Does this into this do anything crazy? League brains, yes. I've got back into League addiction 100%. Oh, this gets enhanced too, right? Is there a good order to this? I'm not dead here, right? 21 damage. Oh, I might be dead. DH doesn't have enough removal. Yeah. I just need like one board clear or something. Oh, I hate this card, guys. Bro is cooked. I know you ain't talking about me like that. You're talking about the opponent, right? What else is in here? Rest in peace. That does nothing. That does nothing. Just kill my Reno, bro. I swear it's not duplicate. Oh, wait. Oh, new Reno. All right, all right. All right. All right, this does 4 damage. Oh, I was at 1 health. I couldn't do this first. Why is this in the deck? I guess I could summon Zillag. This is 4 damage, 4 damage. I could get rid of Caligos, but do I need to? That's a mini Sleet Skater. That's a spell that costs 8 or more. Next turn, Glide, maybe? No, I'll do this. I don't think the Caligos matters at this point. And this is more damage off the board. Get the Reborn off. All right, we're hanging in. It is to summon Zillag. All right. I don't hate if I get 2 of these off a duplicate. Like, it's not the worst. Worst card. Just let me top deck Reno, please. Like, what? We got some good draws here, and we got some bad draws. Oh, I forgot this stupid card. This is the problem, right? I have no way to, like, outside of Reno and, like, kind of no Melia, I have no way to, like, clear any of these boards. Is there any fell spells that save me here? Oh. We're not in a good place, guys. What is this summon? Nothing. I'm just turbo dead, right? Like 20. Oh, I'm turbo dead. I think I said I won't count those, right? Because weren't I missing some important cards in this deck? All right, it sucks to finish on a loss, but I am starving. So I hope you guys enjoyed Fancy Friday. It was nice having you guys here. Cheers. Hope you have a good night. I will be back on Tuesday. Like I said, Tuesday I will be tier listing all of the board games I played in 2025, and then we'll play some Hearthstone. And then Wednesday will be New Year's Eve TTS. So we'll talk on Discord this weekend about what we're going to play. You guys mentioned Slay the Spire, which I'm down for. Nemesis was mentioned. I'm also down for. But yes, very fancy chaos. The weapon was not that important. But yeah, thanks for joining me. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Hope you have a good weekend. Hope you've had a good Christmas so far. Hope you have a good New Year's. And we'll see you soon. So have a good night, everyone. See you later. Thanks for coming by. Love you all. Bye-bye.